understand their psychology. Sun Tzu said, in 100 battles, if you know the opponent, you know yourself, 100 times you won't be defeated. You have to start to apply your intelligence to life. That's what Einstein Nation is. It's intelligence. It's an intelligence. You get it? That's how I win.
Absolutely awesome.
I'm going to win because I'm smart.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm going to win anything because I'm smart. I'll figure it out. And somebody on the other side who wants to compete with me, what if they're as intelligent as me? They're not going to be smarter than me. But if they're as intelligent as me or they can match it, then it's a matter of who's got more commitment. Well, I'm not going to get into something that I can't commit my entire life to. Okay, who's got more to lose? I've already lost it all. Start again. Who's got a reputation he has to defend? Not me, you do. So I take the advantage very fast, even if the person's intelligent. Because I'm not going to go for something not worth my time. And if I go for it, I'm going to give everything I got. And that is the way I do everything. So that person is going to have to back off. Or go to the end. But they always have something to lose that I don't. It's something with their parents, something with their job, something with their wife, daughter, fucking friend, something with their pastor, who the fuck knows? I disconnected from everybody at some point. Went into the fucking jungle, made myself, and came back. They were like, ah! I'm like, shit, I ain't even done yet, bro. Now I'm gonna go to the desert and make myself. I was in the Northern California woods. That's not where I'm from. I'm from the desert, right? I transformed there into that beast. Now let me show you the real beast I am. This is me. I am of the desert. I've been saying that my entire life. Mountains and deserts, find me there. Not in the trees. Although I had to go learn the trees. Why? Because they have some incredible warriors over there. I had to go learn from the animals that have trees around them. Not the ones that are in the Sahara. Okay. Fuck, I'd love to.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, man, I mean, so curious. Like, I've had the opportunity to come out to Vegas a few times now. I've been blown away by what's occurring in such a rapid pace. And it makes you question, like, it takes a lot to go from, you know, one place, one state in California, immediately go to Vegas. How did you come up with that realization? What guided you? And what advice would you give to other men that might be hearing that same voice or some voice to make a move? Like, how did you know?
Everybody who's listening, okay? Are you not sick of the same ordinary, monotonous bullshit of your life? Okay, good. So I don't have that. Right? I don't have that. So right now I'm looking for a new martial arts to study. And I want it to be something I don't know. Mm-hmm. So I've picked Jeet Kune Do, if we can find it. I searched, I tried going in. I picked Wing Chun. And if those two fail, then I am going to know it. It's going to be whatever, Krav Maga. Why? Oh. Yeah, but that's like Panjo, you know, minus fucking 10 million points. But whatever. Why? Because me, I have to be in that environment somehow to grow. When you start to just measure your own growth, there's nothing the devil can do to you after that. Because everything he does is weightlifting, everybody. I swear, man, I'm so strong right now. It's unreal. Anytime, any opportunity doesn't happen and it delays, you're supposed to see her, now you don't. You're supposed to go out with her, now you don't. You're supposed to come over, now she doesn't. Those are the opportunities I'm talking about. You were going to get that job, you didn't. All it does is it allows you more time to build yourself, to do it again. That's all it is. You were ready to face it, right? You were ready to face her. You felt good enough to take her out on a date. It didn't happen. Chill the fuck out. You have another what? Week, month, 2, 3. Don't fuck it up by reacting to her. Why don't you react, AZD? Well, because it allows the time I was going to spend over there and that energy that I feel that was getting me excited to go meet a new person. Now I have all that energy stored in me, plus some upset. Damn, I definitely don't want to sit at home. Right? I definitely don't want to go destroy my life. I'm going to do some push-ups. I'm going to go for a run or a walk. I'm going to go to the gym. I'll go out with the guys and meet new people. But I've learned what's right and what's wrong for me. What makes me grow, what makes me not grow. As long as I'm growing, I feel good. And I'll bet you it's like that for everybody. If you could measure your own improvement tonight, you had a good day. So learn to measure your improvement. Always. Just keep your attention on that, nothing else. Fucking don't care about anything else. Right? Just make a graph of how you improved today, what you improved on today. Where did you push yourself a little bit past? Right? And we have, the way the Beast routine works, we have a lot of opportunities, right? So it went from me doing my cold shower routine one way to another way to another way. Now it's like, it's only been 3 days. And I've advanced so much in my cold shower, I have to come up with something else now. But I remember when that happened. Then I got the vision today of sitting in that ice bath and how good I was at it. I was good at it because I was able to stand under cold water for 10 minutes. I would do 10-minute cold showers at some point, right? Freezing cold showers. So I knew I could do it. But it's exciting looking ahead again, right? Seeing my body get limber again. But not any longer for the purposes of other instructors. That's what the beast process is. A man's got to take control of his life, right? I have to have my own flexibility. I have to have my own strength. I have to tap in to the beast. The beast is the body. You have a beast. You just think you're the beast. You're not. Okay? The body is a beast. It's an animal. And you should treat it like an animal. You ever have an animal that you don't wash? You have a dog? Starts to stink? Try this one. Try this one. This one you got to keep really clean. All the time. Right? This one you have to make sure that you don't just wake it up suddenly. If you do, it has to be trained like a trained guard dog. A police dog is different than a regular dog. He thrives on another thing. Right? He thrives on that bite. My brother trains these dogs, right? So listen, these dogs, they have no hatred towards the human they attack. Because they attack their own owner for training. In their world, it's a game. It's crazy. You see that police dog that's going nuts and jumping through fucking windows and going past? All he wants is the tug toy in the end. The reward is when he finishes all that, he gets to play with his toy. That's a code for a man and the woman, and that's the pussy she holds over you. You get it? And so you have to change that. Completely. For her, money is that. Money is that. And you can use it to get it just like she can use pussy to get you. But you know and I know that relationship, you're not going to trust it and something else if she knows she's doing that. Right?
Wow.
And if you only like her for her pussy, then she only likes you for your money. And that you have to measure. That's the weakness of the man and the woman. Hers is resources. She can't go get it. She can't hunt like you and I. So if you show a lot of hunting, suddenly you got 10 squirrels in the club and everybody else has got a tiny little rat, half of it feeding her. You must be hunting? Well, she don't give a fuck. Just like you and I don't give a fuck if her hips and waist is beautiful. It's like, my God. So we tap deep into it. Now what if you don't have that money? Having that amount of money allows a person certain characteristics that they display. Okay? There's people with a lot of money that can't get girls. But the ones that can, we've tapped that, hacked it. Easy. So now you don't have to have a lot of money, but she doesn't know that yet. It's actually none of her business yet. Just like it's none of your business whether she's going to sleep with you yet or not. You should take the time, if you like her, to earn that. And step by step, go through what the fuck you got to go through until she gives it to you. And if you jump the gun and be like, so are you fucking? She should cut you off. You were doing that just to get there. If she jumps the gun and says, so do you have money or whatever? It's the same thing. I've always wondered what it is that makes women as crazy as men. It's money. Because I've seen every woman now sell her soul for money and status. No matter what she says. She is bribable. Right? Maybe one isn't. But you don't want to fuck that monk. That one girl, she's an oriental little girl with her head is shaved. And she lives in Tibet. And she looks like a little boy. Trust me, you're not trying to fuck that one anyways. Okay? So there's going to be a woman here and there. But if she's living in the city, she's doing her hair, right? If she's buying some shoes and looking at the style difference, you can buy that woman.
Yeah.
But would you want to?
Yeah.
Would you want to? That's the thing. Some people say yes. Maybe yes. Maybe yes. Maybe yes. You should try it and see how that goes. You shouldn't listen to anybody. You really shouldn't. You should go try. If you think that's the way to do it, you should do it. Because it's your money. Go do it. Go see what it's like. Maybe you'll be fulfilled.
Yeah.
If you're not, come back. And if you are, stay here. Because she's going to get you. She's designed by God to use you. Use your life to save hers and the child. And then to jump ship if she needs to. Alright, so that's real nice. What else?
Yeah, I mean, that's such the honest truth. And that's such not what is really portrayed throughout all the different educational systems. However, what's being taught here, what RMC Nation represents, it's like an antidote to that.
Yep.
So,
We're vaccination. We're
it's a
real vaccine. Yeah.
That's right.
But you're gonna have to go inside your own world and make the vaccine yourself. You can't use my vaccine. I was gonna show you what ingredients you use to fix it, right? You use that heartache, you use that parent relationship, you fix that. And if you do these things, you get the ingredients and you mix it and I say, okay, now shoot yourself like these guys. Watch what happens. Whoa, man, what is that? It's the IMT Nation antidote. But you have to keep making it. You have to do the process to make this. It's a chemistry set inside, everybody. Alchemy.
You mean you can't just like read about it and talk about it?
Well, you can for a short time. And that goes away. That's what you start realizing about the process, is that it's elusive.
Elusive.
You could be one animal for a long time, then it'll switch on you. And you better know why that is, right? Because in this art form, you don't want to be stuck to anything except God. Otherwise, you're worshiping something else right away. So when something else ends up becoming more important than the one who created that, you lose contact with it. And it makes sure you know. I'm learning all this right now. It lets you know who's boss. I would do the same thing. You would do the same thing, right? If your son acted up, you'd be like, okay, well, hold on a second. Right? What if I switch this on you? What are you going to do? And switch this on you, and switch this on you, and switch this on you. And you start going, okay. I got this. Right? I had a business with my girlfriend, right? In that business, I had one of my brothers, his girlfriend there, so that the girls can work together, all that. She left, right? We were sharing the space and the rent. Half of it was them. When she left, of course, my girlfriend was like, oh my God. I said, like, don't even go there with that oh my God thing, right? If I'll cover it. Don't peep a fucking word on this shit. Within 4 hours, she got a message on Instagram. And it was a girl that wanted to rent a room and pay more, right? Let's just say it was $500. She was going to pay $700. So my girlfriend messages me with all these exclamations. I don't even know what the fuck it is. When I see her, she starts telling me. I'm like, oh shit, okay, that makes sense, right? Then she says, the girl showed in that I'm gonna hire her, so I have to do a hiring call. The chick gets on, and she's totally different than the way my girlfriend described her. She described one attitude as a whole different attitude. But the girl's reacting to me heavily. We get off the phone, and my girlfriend goes, that girl knew you. I'm like, how the hell would she know me? Maybe off a video. She goes, no, that was a different girl. I saw what was happening. And the girls are sharp. And I was like, wait, how did she come to you? This was one of the girls that I had met in Ario walking around. There was two girls. One did lashes, and one did, you remember that shit? Tattoo, one did lashes. I remember.
Yeah.
That was one of them.
Oh, yeah.
But look at her timing as she comes in.
Wow.
So I say to her, that's the one. Get her.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, well, she seems a little tough. I said, well, it's not for me. Right? I can handle it. I'm an owner too. As she comes in, I tell her, keep your options open. I know how this thing works, right? She texted me yesterday. One of our people, but A, B, C, D, E, F, G, may get it, right? I said, go. Just keep going. So today she's telling me, I hope. I said, why don't you not hope? And why don't you just treat the moment right? I go, the next moment that shows up, do the right thing. That's all you got to worry about. Treat everybody righteously. Don't worry about the rest. You think you know what's going on, you don't know what's going on. We had a space for my other girlfriend to do a fitness center. I read you guys the emails. Suddenly they backed out last second. It broke my girlfriend's heart, and she couldn't recover for 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks later, she came to me. She's like, finally, this shit lifted. I couldn't be myself. I'm like, damn, I get it. Full on validation. Mm-hmm. Right? You go sit in your business, you do posts, you make the logo, you put it on the mirrors, You make a post with a key, you start talking about it, you got your creation, it gets taken away from you, just like that, right? Last night, I was hanging out with the same girlfriend. She had an opportunity to go to an event with all women. She was like, I really don't want to go. I said, you need to go for your business. She goes, well, I hate this part where you introduce yourself. I said, then ask a question, because that's the part where you, if I was you, that's the part I'm looking forward to. So how is it that you're learning from me? And the part that you're dreading is the part that I would use to win. Ask the right question. She goes, well, how would you do it? I told her how to do it, okay? Here's her text yesterday in the event. Let me show you. She said, in the event, she said, oh, it's a small group. LOL. Should I still do the poem? I had her start with the poem. I said, yes, absolutely. You do it for the universe. Parentheses, God. You are showing what God looks like right now. Conduct yourself as such, for this is my code. You're the girl who became the goddess, a goddess. Now own it. She goes, okay. Then, a little bit later, hour later, she texts, oh my God, I did it, and it was a mic drop. Her big old eyes. No one knew what to do after, laughing face. I said, that's fucking perfect. And I said, remember how you felt about it? And just perspective shifted. And practice perfect communication, and then you own them. Right? She agrees with it. Then she says, whatever. Then today, my other girlfriend comments on it. She didn't know I had trained her on that. She was like, by the way, the other girlfriend started with a poem, and it was, and she goes, another thing. There's a woman who owns a strip mall. Ready? The woman approaches my girlfriend. Now this gets really ridiculous. And I don't care about exposing my fucking plans. Because you can't fuck with God. If it's right, you can't curse it. Right? If it's wrong, then curse it. I don't give a fuck. So, the woman comes up and says to my girlfriend, after the poem and all that, she says, look, I own a strip mall. I want only women businesses. I already have this, you have that, and you have that. Why don't you guys bring your businesses here? I don't know what your budget is. I don't even care about that. I own this place. After seeing you guys today, I'd like to offer it to you first. And don't worry about the money yet. So she tells me, she goes, can you believe it? I said, yeah. She goes, not only that, right? She is somebody who works as a high-level lawyer in the city. And she worked on this case, she named some big names. And she just invests in these things. I'm like, son of a bitch. And she said she would help us with the LLC and LED and all that shit. I'm like, son of a bitch. And my girlfriend's like, it's crazy. I said, it's not crazy. She said, it's amazing. I said, it's amazing.
Amazing.
It always will happen. And I told her, if that doesn't happen, let it go, man.
Yeah.
That's your power. Let it go. Let it go. Not with effort. Just trust. Let it go. You'll be surprised. Let her go. Let the job go. Don't hold on to something that's running away from you. Right? That's the code of it going away from you. Stop. Just stop everything. It stops when you stop. Okay? If it runs towards you, don't run away. Stand there in martial arts pose. Become either Musashi and cut it before it gets to you. Ryo Sensei and blend with it. Kano throw it. Figure it out. Move. But face it and go after it. That's the energy of IMC Nation. Right? If it comes towards me, I go towards it faster and harder. If it runs away from me, I stop. Why? Because I don't go towards something that doesn't come towards me. That breaks my seduction code. Right? I'm looking for small. I walk in tonight, I'm going to ping the whole place with the way I look, with the smile, with the wave, with this, with that, sitting down, body positions. Believe me, I'm in communication with everybody already. Okay? And I'm going to go towards the one that goes towards me. But I have to first know how to signal in the jungle that I'm available. I also have to signal that I have boundaries. right? Because another guy will go to the strip club with me and the signal is available with no boundaries. So he gets stepped on. She'll come, but she'll treat him differently. All these things are happening at a subtle level that we could call Jedi level. And it's really what it is subconscious activity. Right? There is a subconscious mind here and it's running the body, everybody. You and I, me, myself, I speak for me. I'm very just thin line of attention units available to stay conscious right now. Of a trillion things taking place in my system. Who I am is that one strand of consciousness that looks inside me, outside me, makes opinions and choices, but it's kind of stuck, doesn't know what the fuck's happening. Same as you. But the rest is taking place all by itself. Right? And when we differentiate, it's a Stoic philosophy, right? What you control, what you don't control. Remember that? I go one step deeper. To me, this is now external. This is the house. This is the environment. This is the pet. I must control this thing. This thing has problems. I don't. This thing has anxieties. Right? This thing gets hungry and tired and angry and all kinds of shit. It's a little animal, and I'm not it. So I must stay detached so I have some control over this damn thing. Because if you think you're it, it's game over. Right? Once you understand that and you practice that, 1,000 ways we do it, detaching every second from it, yet in contact with it. Once you practice that enough, you have chi lines like Sasori, look it up, to your own puppet. You start creating your own puppet. This here is a created puppet. It's called AZD. Okay? Goggins and whatever the fuck his name is, David Goggins. I don't know what he calls the other one. Right? Okay. Batman and fucking Bruce Wayne. And Iron Man and Tony Stark. AZD and Arash Divazar. And at nighttime, we're going to suit up. Right? We're all going to put on our Iron Man suits, and we've all been working on it. I have nanotech. I'm Kang. I become Kang the Conqueror. I become a time traveler. I become a lot of things, and I'm always living in my imagination. Right? And imagination is the most powerful thing. Tesla, Einstein, L. Ron Hubbard, AZD. It's the most powerful thing. Okay? We don't just imagine. We just imagine. Big difference. I'm not just imagining. Listen, I'm just imagining. And it's happening. Right? I'm not just having an opinion. Listen, I just have an opinion. That's all I have. And learning that is learning communication, because it's the same sentence with a completely different meaning. Right? That's my dog. Listen to this. That's my dog. Dog, as in boop boop. Okay, that's my canine. That's my dog. Now listen. That's my dog. Just got it? That's my dog. I just took mine out and emphasized it. Change the sentence. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. Ready? That's my dog. That's my dog. Shh. How many? 3 different ways. Right? Now, that's my dog. What about this one? What would you like to go eat? You better know that has a lot more variations that is heard. It's not the words, my friends. It's not the words. It's not the words. The words are late. The words are the arrowhead. You have to have the bow, and you have to have the arrow, and you have to have the string, you have to have the aim. The words hit. With the force of your draw. With the aim of your heart. You get it? And then the word hits perfectly. And if you have a shitty word, yeah, it'll be dull. It won't pierce. You get it? Eventually, no bow in hand. That's been my code. That's AZD. Right? That guy carries a gun. And he's one of the fastest guys. Yogi Chris. He's like... But he's learning from me. I don't carry a gun. I just do my fingers. I shoot with fingers. I do. Because that was the code I wanted. To shoot the bow without an arrow. I shoot the revolver with just my hands. And then my eyes. And then my mouth. And that's the goal. That's the Jedi. right? One warrior goes like this and goes through everybody like fucking Samson and grabs your throat, and you can't stop him. He's gonna grab your throat, and Darth Vader is gonna stand on that side and grab your throat. They're both grabbing your throat. They're both getting there. One is using the force differently, right? One guy's lifting those weights because his muscles have been worked to it. Another guy's lifting those weights because his chi energy. He can do the same weight, but he doesn't look as strong, right? Nice. That's the story here. And everybody to me is either a god or a superhero. I don't fuck with nobody else. I just don't. I think that's a lie. I think that's how you trap a being. You make him think he's weak. Okay? Your greatest superpower could be to just see yourself as somebody with superpower. Right? Your greatest ability could just be to see yourself with someone who has ability. Start there. I'm someone who has a power and someone who has an ability. Now let me go see what it is. Try that tonight. I'm gifted. Let me see what my gift is. It could be anything. Don't judge. Go see. What's your clue? Comic books? Music? Something that moves you emotionally inside, stirs something outside of your control, but it's a powerful stirring. Right? That. Go there. That's where the beast is. Now, ready? There's inspiration and there's fear. Right? You start with inspiration. As you get better at the beast process, where I'm at, you go into the fear. You know inspiration. You build off of it every day. You live in inspiration. So suddenly when fear shows up, it's very valuable. Right? It's like, oh, what's that? I haven't seen a snake in a while. Right? So you grab the snake because you haven't seen something like that in your world. You want to know where it came from, how it survived, why it was not seen before, where was it hiding. And if you go out today and tomorrow and just explore the universe that you are with the perspective that God wants you to know Him through your life. Thank you. That the closest you're going to get to knowing the Creator is by knowing how you create. Right? Because you're supposed to be a duplicate of this thing. Like, without a doubt. Even if that thing is just DNA, you're a duplicate of it. Without a doubt. So the code works. I don't care who the Creator is. It created itself again. A version of itself. No matter what, right? You and I are a version of our mom and dad. You can't deny it. As you get older, you'll find yourself doing things they did. And noticing, like, oh shit. You know, I found myself itching my thumb like this before. And then one day I realized my dad does that. Because it was so peculiar, right? And I caught myself. I stayed conscious suddenly. I was like, oh, what the hell am I doing? I was like, oh shit, my dad used to itch his thumb. And you'll find yourself doing shit like that. And some of you don't know your dad. So you have no idea. Right? First and foremost, ready? That thing that's looking at me right now, that I'm looking at it, it's not you. That's why you're confused. It is also alive. When you sleep, it keeps living. It's aware. It knows things. It picks up cues so fast if you stay awake. Then it looks like you have extrasensory perception. And it could just be you just picked up such a subtle shit. I don't care how it's explained. That's the thing. It's still a superpower to me. Right? I don't care if Daredevil sees it because he hears it and Spider-Man just gets it. They both know when there's an arrow coming their way. I just want to know there's an arrow coming my way. Fucking explain it any way fucking you want. Because I'll explain it to me the way I want. Right? And so that's why we have to measure this stuff objectively outside. Otherwise, we're just a bunch of fucking weirdos that are hallucinating. We're not. We're not. We're magicians creating. There's a big fucking difference. There's no hallucination here. These are lights. These are people. I'm here. And those are girlfriends. And I'm going to go see them right now. They're coming over right now again. My girlfriends are coming over. I'm always in set. Always in set. Okay? I just left one. I'm going back. There's going to be 3 suddenly. Okay? Then I'm going to go to the strip club, come back, and maybe someone there again. Who knows? If not, I would like there's someone to be there. There's 2 people I would like to have visit me tonight. 2 girlfriends I haven't seen in a while, right? So I reach out to them. Oh, for those ones. I reach out to them, but I'm prepared. If they don't show up, I have another night by myself. Right? My girlfriend is coming from town again in 4 days. I have these nights to myself. They're very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
And then the nights they're there, those are very valuable. I worked
Mm-hmm.
hard to have a woman in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to enjoy it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Having, last night my cat, I don't know why I love this cat so much, guys. I never thought I would use those words with an animal, but I love this fucking cat. And this thing jumped in my bed last night, and then I started smelling poo. I was like, oh, it's poo. And then I look, and that poo on his arms or legs from the fucking little sandboxes. Man, I had to take my fucking sheet, put it outside. I had to put him in the bath. I was like, this is so stupid, right? I was so pissed. I was chilling, fucking watching this thing, feeling good, and then I decided this thing can now stay in bed with me, right? It can do it now. Like I wanted him to be in the bed, right? So I was like, this is cool, and I smell poo. And I have to take off my fucking sheets, and I decided, no, you can't. You got to be in the bathroom still for a while, right? But the point I'm making is, with everything, there's going to be a good and a bad. And you have to know that as a man. It's a stoic principle. You want to be a champion wrestler? Well, be ready. You're going to have to give up a lot of shit. Right? I'm building my body again. It just happens every once in a while when I'm the beast, right? So I'm real aware. I'm at 100% aware of what goes in now. When it goes in and all that, right? And I enjoy that fucking discipline. If you joined us in the beast process, I enjoy that discipline so much. Right? Fuck, man. You're supposed to enjoy your life. And then when it's time to die, die peacefully. Get it? Just let that be another moment passing by. I'm not there yet, but that's been something I've thought about my entire life. I don't want my last moments to be in panic mode. I don't want anybody to think that about me or see that. I don't think that's the right way to go. I would feel my whole life was wasted at that moment. Teaching. What a pussy. Right? Gotta be ready. Gotta be ready. This is a warrior art. You're a man. You gotta memento mori. Think about death. The Stoics said it, we live it. Right? Mystery said, open like this, I did it. And it worked. It just works. This shit works. But you gotta put in the time. If you press the key, it'll make a sound. But you gotta learn to play the music. Put in the fucking time. It's worth it, man. It's worth it. It's your life. I don't know what you're doing. You asked me why I came here? Because I had a vision to come here. It's that simple. And I followed my vision. And that's why I look like this. Okay? You don't know what it's like to look like this. Alright? It has its advantages. It has a lot of disadvantages. One being your own father doesn't want to look at you. Okay? Well, good thing I know the code of a certain tabooed warrior that I am. Good thing I've taken the time to study the cultures and realize, man, I did make the choice that I'd be that character that did that. Because they always had a certain power available that nobody else had. I would not be satisfied as a Jedi if I knew there was Sith. And if my teacher was like, don't go there, I'd be like, okay, up until a certain point. Huh? Did I show you that I got what you did? Now I'm going to go over there. Well, I'm sorry, dude. You can't hold knowledge from me and tell me it's good for me. Let me decide. Let me decide. And that power. So go find out about the girl. Don't listen to what other people say. Right? You don't ask, what's your body count? You don't give a fuck. You're there to rescue a woman from hell. Okay?
Yep.
If you want to model her shoes, you might do that too.
Yep.
In fact, as a guy, you would want to do that. As a guy, you go, well, what a slut. But if you could sling your dick and fucking get money for it, you would. How about if you got a lot of money for it? How about if you start treating like a star and you could go, okay, hold on now. What are we doing here? We better offer something better before we start talking shit. That bitch seems to have the code. She got to a point where she doesn't need men anymore. And we go, that's not right. Yeah, but you know what? She evolved into that. It's called a Red Queen. The men were too weak. They were made systematically weak. Look at our culture. I'm an anomaly now that I can be a man. Like, what the fuck? Right? Yang energy. All right? Yes, I have yin in me. XY chromosome, no fucking doubt about it. Right? In the chromosome level, I'm XY. And on the energy level, I'm yin yang. But I'm a man, aren't I? Right. I have some female in me. Right. Let's learn this computer program. We're suffering. I'm not suffering anymore. I'm not. I understand life. You get it? First, face death. Everybody you know is going to die, including you, including me. It's temporary. It could be the last time you talk to the people you talk to. Know that every time you say goodbye. It's a Stoic principle. Every time you hug your loved one, okay? Texted my girlfriends today. They've been over at my house every day for hours. Hours. They stay there for like 4 or 5 hours, right? It's been like that for the last fucking, I don't know, week. So this morning I got a little bit of a resistance, I could tell, and I was like, you don't have to come over, you know what I mean? And it was like, well, you know, it's a lot. I said, listen, here's what I said. Without you, big bro. I know what that means. It means that I'm big bro. Okay.
Yep.
Here's a, well, here we go. Here's my corrections. Here we go. I handle it, and I go, and watch how you're communicating with me. And acknowledging my communication right now. Because it's going the wrong way very, very fast. And we're not going to play this game at all. Do you understand me clearly? Because it will go to 100 within one text. I've proven that. This is not just fluff. Comes back, what do you mean? Exclamation, big eyes. How am I communicating to you? Question mark. It's difficult for me to express these things to you. And you'll hear that a lot, and it's true. Okay? Especially if you're scary, and you should be scary as a guy. But I think I should. So I'm trying to do it the best way possible, Red Heart. I saw the intention is true, and we don't talk about this stuff. So how do you talk about it if you never practice? So you gotta go out there and talk to girls. I said, listen, and this is just how sharp you have to be. You have to know the process inside, how it moves, because you're always aware of your own feelings too. I said, pay attention to your feelings when you text. I won't explain any further. I'm 100% correct. So see why I see it and deal with what I'm saying. It's not good the way you're doing it, so do it better. Very carefully picked words. Mm-hmm. She says, so are you saying I can't or shouldn't feel this way? You know these, have you heard these things before?
It's
similar?
A strategy, yeah.
Yeah. Or I need to change the way I'm talking about my feelings, question mark, with a blush face. Then she goes, I don't want to feel this way. That's why I'm bringing it up, so that it clears up for me. I do understand that. Mm-hmm. You have to make sure it's the intention, though. It's not a lot of times. So I heart that, and then I say, just the way you're talking to me sounds really ungrateful and not considerate of the fact that I'm literally doing this for you guys and I at the same time, not just me. If you don't want to come that much, then let me know. But as you are, and I don't know what to tell you, but the tone is wrong for me right now. She says, I see. Then sends some good emojis, then says, I'm sorry. I say, it's okay. No problem, whatever, right? Blah, 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 blah. And it resolves. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, brother, I'm teaching right now. Give me a few hours. But knowing that you have the ability to communicate and set boundaries and stop them before they turn too dark on you. To see the patterns that develop, because you've had relationships and you haven't, but I've had. He's having. And
we learn from you, you know, as you divulge the inner workings and physics of what you're doing.
See it.
We just, you know.
They've heard conversations where I'm cussing and yelling and loving. They've seen it all.
Complimenting and flirting.
All of it. And it's all part of it. Listen, the only way to live in this world is without rules. Okay? Rules can be broken. Laws shouldn't be broken. But laws should be like gravity. That's a law. I look for those laws. Man-made laws should be followed when they're rational, and they should always be done as a group. We have to get together and come up with new ways of interacting with each other all the time as we grow. Now we're more martial arts, but we have to be now. We're known now. People are watching us now. We have to be sharper now. We have higher value people coming into our group.